Hi there. Excuse me. Happy Friday. From a very cold free. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you very much for everybody that held my hand, commiserated with me, let me have a rant the other day. I'm still off, Etsy. Still thinking that they're the pits. But once I haven't got my things on automatic renewal, so once they go, they go. And I'm not bothering with it again. Cheers again. Still got the same mug, have I? Today is the first day of the rest of the miserable week, it says here. Not quite true, because this is Friday and it's like the end, isn't it? Today's a little bit a different video. You'll have to just bear with me because I'm sorting through. I had 3 bags at the last craft fair, and I've got a craft fair in the morning. And I had far too much stuff. Half of the stuff stayed in the bags because there wasn't room to display. So I'm actually going to go through now and get rid of, well, not get rid of, but you know what I mean, not take quite a few of the things that I've got. I'm deciding, making decisions, is it a yes, is it a no? My coat hangers are all, I just crammed everything back into the bags, coat hangers and all. So yeah, this one I'm not taking. This is the yellow shawl with all the bits on it. I'll put that, where can I put things? Didn't think this through very well, did I? I'll put them over there, the ones I'm not going to take. That's a maybe, that's a maybe. That's a yes because it's a new one. I don't know about that one. No, I don't think so. Oh dear. Leaving things on coat hangers was not a good idea. It seemed so at the time when I was packing everything away. It seemed like a good idea to leave it all on a hanger. But now I'm thinking, no, it wasn't a good idea. That one I shall take because that again is a new one. That, no, I shall leave that behind. I'm having to be brutal. And I'll leave the cape behind. Leave the cape behind. That one's a fairly new one, so I'll take that one. The big grey one, no, it's a bit big, so I don't think I'll take that one. As you say, I'm going to be brutal. This one was a new one, but it never got blocked, but still, I might take it, yeah. This one is another very big one, so I'll not take that one. Not take that one. Ooh. Ooh, I'm having a good time. Not. I did take these little neck warmers with me the last time, but nobody seemed in the slightest bit interested in them, so I think I shall leave that behind as well. I've got a green shawl here, I'll take that. I'm just going to take the shawls, the hats, and the hats and scarf sets, I think, this time. My friend's actually going to do another craft show next week, so she did say she would take 1 or 2 of my things, but obviously I don't expect her to lug 2 bagfuls home with her. That's a cowl again, I'll leave that home. And that one. Sorry if I'm rustling and annoying you, but that one I'll leave behind as well. Oh, I seem to have some spare coat hangers. It could come in handy. Might take those back with me. Right, some of these in here are hat and scarf sets, so I will take those and hope for the best with those. As I said, that's a cowl. Half of these never even got as far as getting out onto the shelves. So, This is absolutely beautiful, but I sold one, but not sold the other. Might keep it myself to keep me warm. It's like a poncho. Might do that. I'm not taking it though. Not taking that. Right, those are all scarves and hats and things. So yeah, I shall take those. So that's one bag sorted out. It's got some more shawls in. It's got a couple of hats and scarves in there. That we shall take. It is the biggest bag, but still, never mind. One of the bags will be interesting because it will have Mrs. Foamy Heads in. Right, these are what I'm taking, so I might change the bags around once I'm not on here. Let's have a looky see. Again, I think these are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, the brooch alone is worth a fortune, isn't it? But once again, I didn't have much interest, so I'm not taking those with me. I'm going to take the hats just in case, you know. I mean, I was trying to sell them for £5. Honestly, you could not get the wool and make them yourself for £5. So it was ridiculous, really. But, as I say, I'm going to learn how to dive like Tom Daley, or I'm going to do TikTok. Wear things I really am. Can you imagine me doing TikTok, I tell you. Not on your Nelly. Right, those are all hats. Those are Mrs. Foamy Heads in there. These are all my hats. Look at all my lovely hats. Lovely, lovely hats. That one's even got a monster. Ah, dear. And I do have 2 little bags left, which are quite cute, aren't they? They're all fully lined. I mean, blimey, what do people want for their money? Obviously gold plated, don't they? I love this, but it's a divine hat, but of course, because I've got a tiny head. Tiny head, bear in mind. And I don't have my hair up, so it kind of is a little bit large for me. But for most people who have normal size heads, it would be fine. It's just me as a pea head, yeah. Yeah, Mrs. Foamy Heads here, along with a headband. I've got some more wool. I left it in the garage accidentally. It's in the back of my scooter. I bought some more wool today to make some more headbands. Yeah, I think they're cute. I don't wear them because I'm too cold. Well, this weather I'm too cold. Could wear it in the house, couldn't I? Could do that. Right, so that bag is staying as it is. Sorry for the crinkles. Oh my giddy aunt. Yeah, that one's staying as it is. One more bag to have a look at. Just been talking to another of my friends. You may remember her if you're old school. She used to do Hayley's hats. I got to know her quite a long time ago, actually. And we still remain chatty friends, as you do on internet. No other sense, really. Just been having a long chit-chat with her. You know, the usual mode about nothing selling in craft fairs, nothing selling anywhere, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of nice to know in one way, but sad to know in another way that it's not just in the UK, it seems to be worldwide. And yet some people are having fantastic sales with their stuff, aren't they? Oh, yes, I made $300, I made $500 at my last craft fair, and I'm like, I'm not jealous really. No, I just normally love the shade of green. But over here in the UK, sad. No. As I say, unless you're Tom Daley and you learn to take up diving. Right, that bag can stay as it is because it's got hat and scarf sets in. And it's been so blooming cold that if hat and scarf sets don't sell, I don't know what will. Yeah? Very satisfying sound, isn't it? Zip, with a zip. Yeah, so I think I've sorted out what I'm taking and what I'm not taking. Got quite a mountain of stuff I'm not taking, so maybe we'll whittle it down just to 2 bags. And I'm not taking Lady Jane the Mannequin this time either. I'm not taking that, yeah. The Christmas decorations have made their way downstairs, but as I said to my daughter-in-law, I said I don't have time to do them this weekend because tomorrow, oh God, look at the hair. Sorry about the hair, it's a right mess. I'm going to have a shower in a minute. My niece is coming on Sunday with my sister-in-law, and we're all going out for a belated birthday lunch. We are going to be ladies who lunch. Tomorrow, as you know, I've got a craft fair, so that kind of, takes care of most of the weekend, really. Then on Tuesday, I'm going out to lunch again. Yes, when he's so popular like I am. No, I'm going with the ladies from the knit club. In fact, we're going out twice, actually. We're going out on Tuesday. I think we're going out the week after. It's Christmas. We can't go out Christmas. When can you go out? Today, I went out. Well, I had to go to the Naked Sheep. That's a wool shop, by the way, to get some more yellow wool. My friend is waiting for me to finish off her headband, which I'm not doing very well at. As you know, I'm off my crochet, and I needed some more of the same colour to do the fingerless mittens for her. She wanted a set, and then she also wanted another 3 sets, I think it was, or 4 sets, I can't remember, of headbands and fingerless gloves, but with fleck. But sadly, I mean, oh gosh, the price of the fleck one is like 3 times the price of the plain. So I'm going to be making them for a friend for nothing really, because she won't even be practically paying me for the cost of the wool. It's the joys of making things, isn't it? You might as well just put your hand in your pocket and throw fibres in the air, But hey ho, I'd probably go even more mental if I didn't have my crochet, but at the moment I'm off my crochet. Completely off my crochet. I've been trying, to finish this headband because she wants it. And she wants the others before Christmas because they're presents for people. But I just don't seem to have anymore. The spark, whatever you want to call it, that oof. So Lord knows what I'm going to be photographing. I did take my camera out actually to take a photograph. I thought, right, I'll do something different. I'll photograph my route. Well, not quite from my house because my camera wouldn't have lasted that long, but from about halfway into Fleetwood when I went out yesterday. I thought, yeah, I'll do that. Switched on the camera, it went low battery, boop, bump, and died. So that was one good idea that bit the dust. Today I didn't have time to do that because I had to go to the chemist, pharmacy, whatever you want to call it. Where's this pharmacy come from? It's a chemist. Get me a prescription. Then I had to post off. I posted off a couple of books to my friend in Scotland. You remember I bought those Janie Crow, or she called Jane Crowfoot books, while I was at the Harrogate show. I saw this blankets and thought, oh, fantastic, wonderful, marvellous. Bought the 2 books and then come home and thought, what are you thinking about, Janet? You're never going to do them. Each little square had about 12 colours in it, And I thought, no, you're never going to do it. So they sat on the bookshelf ever since. And then my friend in Scotland, Hayley, had done the Persian tiles pattern. And she made, the gorgeous doer. But she's made 3 now. 1 for herself and 2 for other people. Sulphur. Peanuts. It's disheartening when you think of how much work goes into those flipping things and people just don't want to pay. So anyway, I've sent her the books. I said, I've sent you the 2 books. So there's no point me keeping them, is there? You know, I'm not going to use them. Yeah, I still haven't been into the shed because I told you I was going to sort out some more wool, yarn, whatever you want to call it, to go on my eBay. I have transferred 3 garments from Etsy to eBay, but I really haven't had the time, to be quite truthful. So we'll see what happens next. Tomorrow I have to be up at crack of doom, which is not very easy for me. This is why I'm going to have my shower tonight before I get into bed, because that's one job less for the morning. I am terrible, terrible with mornings. I mean, the alarm went at 8 o'clock this morning and just went, and I must have turned it off again. Because it was about 9:45 when I finally woke up, and I thought, well, this won't do for tomorrow, because I'm supposed to be there by about, I think the doors open, well, the doors don't open to the public tomorrow at 7:45, but it opens for the vendors at 7:45. Not that I'll be there at 7:45, but that's by the by. My friend who's helping me with, well, we're sharing the store. She's not helping me, we're sharing the store. She's hoping to be there by about 9:15, so I'm, you know, so I'm hoping. I've got to put a rail together, which should be rather funny, you know, when you consider what happened to the rail in the shed. So I'm hoping that, take my hammer with me, I'm hoping that this one won't go through when I put all the things on it. I think they're only meant to hold about 3 ladies' blouses or a couple of dresses, otherwise, you know, they just shunt, you know. So what I'm putting onto them is far too heavy, yeah, for what's supposed to go on. So, we shall see. Her little boy, well, it's not little boy. Little boy to me sounds like about 2 or 3. Her mid-sized boy is coming along, so hopefully he'll be a help when it's, you know, putting the rail together for me. Excuse me, I'm rather dry, yeah. So I went down and I managed to get a bag of coal today. I managed to get some wood kindling. That's in the garage, along with my prescription and the other wool. Otherwise I would show it to you. But I can't show it to you because it's in the garage and I ain't going out in the cold to get it. Yes, I'm a wimp. I'll hold my hand up, I'll admit it, I'm a wimp. My hat was lovely and cosy. If you're on Facebook, you will see a picture of me wearing it. It's grey. It's got a fur around here, a furry pom-pom, and it's got a piece that comes right across. I did have to lower it when I went into the bank because I thought they might think I was robbing the place. But when I went into the post office too, I lowered it, and I said, I'm lowering it down just in case you think I'm a bandit. And she said, no, I don't think that about you. I said, hang on. I said, my getaway vehicle's outside my scooter. I said, it does 8 miles an hour, you know. Not the scooter. Do you know, I haven't touched that since the day he brought me the other scooter on loan. I haven't touched it. It says something when you'd rather go out and get cold and wet than drive that thing. I haven't heard back from him, so I don't know when I'll get another scooter. When, why, how. But either way, I'm going to keep that loan one until that day happens that he actually rings me up and says, hey, I've got another scooter for you. If he can't get me one with a roof on, with a low roof on, not a high roof on, then I'll just tell him to bring me a plain one. You know, back what I had before. And I shall just weather the storm. That reminds you of a song, doesn't it? I will weather the storm. I've got my love to keep me warm, except I don't. I haven't had a love to keep me warm for about the last 15 years, but I'm not complaining. I'd rather be single than in a toxic relationship, yeah. I'm happier without than I was with, yeah. Although my last but one that I was with about 9 years, he was, but sadly he left me. He was younger than me, so I should have known better, shouldn't I? So eventually he left me and went with some lady his own age. But he was the love of my life. Took me a long time to get over it. I remember sobbing all the way through the millennium because that's when it all ended. Ended just before the millennium, you know, just when you think, new era, new everything. Got a good boyfriend, I've got everything, and then the rug comes out from under you. It's kind of the story of my life, really, isn't it? Hey, never mind. I'm happier now, she said, through forced teeth. Yeah, I just hope that somebody in the UK has the money, the know-how to make an equivalent of like a UK version of Etsy and pulls the rug out from under Etsy. But I've got a suspicious feeling that people are leaving Etsy in droves. I don't care what anybody says, people are leaving it in droves. That, you know, the shareholders eventually are going to get less and less and less dividends, aren't they? So what's going to happen is they're going to pull out, or they sell the shares, whatever. So watch this space. I'm just wondering whether Etsy will still be here in a couple of years' time. Well, maybe not a couple, maybe 5. You know, because they can't get away with doing what they're doing. People are moaning everywhere you talk. Everybody's going, oh, moan about them. Moan. Why do we patronise them? Why do we do this? Why do we do the other? So I think, you know, eventually people are going to get absolutely fed up to the back teeth. I just wish there was there's lots of alternatives, don't get me wrong. You can get your own web pages, you can do whatever. But something that's got the same clout as Etsy is sort of few and far between, if you know what I mean. There's lots of things in this country, like, you know, New Monday, people have told me to try, you know, all these other thingy-majiggers and stuff, but there's always drawbacks, because some of them, they'll only want you to sell second-hand stuff. And one of my friends went into terrible trouble because she must have worded things wrong, like as if she was a business, and they just booted her off. Said, we don't want businesses on here. Take your hook, swing your hook. I've looked into other things like New Monday and things like that, but hardly anybody seems to view them. I mean, there used to be another one, was it Craftsy or something? And nobody ever viewed it, nobody ever bought anything from it. So that's what you've got to sort of think about, is it's alright making your own web page, but it's getting yourself known. You know. Maybe I should do something scandalous. Woohoo! You know. Or I should make myself a little bikini top and let my 77-year-old wrinkly body dance about on the seafront. You know. Let's all dive into the pool. I'm in a bit of a silly mood tonight. I think it's hysteria. Oh dear. So I've not got much else to do except take the ones I'm not taking, put them in a bag, and take the ones I am taking and put them in 2 bags instead of 3. Which I'm sure my son will be more delighted about when he has to only carry 2 bags and not 3. So, we shall see what we shall do tomorrow. Hopefully I will take my camera and once again try to film. It wasn't easy because the time I'd put the stall and everything together, spoiler alert, here comes the moan. My back was killing me. So, you know, walking up and down with the camera was not a great idea. So we shall see. Maybe I shall take my painkillers with me, you know, soldier on as we do. Yeah. As you know, I'm not one for moaning and groaning. I was just talking the other day with a friend of mine. She was like, about her back. And I said, look, you know, just go. Get another review on your back. You know, if they tell you you need an operation and you don't want one, you can always say no. I mean, in my case, I don't have that option. I did go and see about it. And the specialist was the one who said no. I didn't get a chance to turn him down. the specialist himself said, not a good idea. No. Leave it be. It could be worse. So, I mean, the last time they told me that was when I had this operation, and it was like a 50-50 chance. 50% chance you'd be paralysed after the op, but 100% chance you'd be paralysed if you don't have the op. So to me, the odds were a little bit stacked. So I took the, oh hello, look at that. I did take the 50% option of not being paralysed, if you know what I mean. Anyway, touch your wood. It did sort of work out. So, you know, you have to be grateful, don't you? I was eternally grateful that it did turn out in brackets as well as it did. It would have been lovely to have had an operation and be prancing about and pain-free, but we're talking about real world here, aren't we? They can only do so much. Until we can start doing 3D printing of a new spine, I think we've all had it, haven't we? You know. I was saying that to my friend. You know, if we were born in the future, we maybe could get a 3D printout of a spine that they could wrap around your spinal cord and give you a new lease of life, you know. We'd all be bionic and plastic and walking about. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? You know, get a new neck done while I'm at it, because that's getting knackered as well. They might put a new brain in while they're doing it as well. Don't want much, do I? Don't want a lot, do I? New brain, new neck, new spine, new hip, new knees, anything else? New feet. In other words, as my mum used to say, you need rubbing out and starting afresh. She always used to say that. When she had my mother was, she really was in pain. You know, there was no denying my mum. She was, so much pain. I don't know how she did. Don't know how she survived with the pain she was in. But she always used to say, get me a rubber, rub me out, let me start afresh. Well, there goes my little signal that tells me that I have waffled and waffled and waffled. And it is time to say goodbye. So hopefully I will make a video tomorrow at the craft fair. And I will be on live tomorrow as usual. Bye bye.